It's time for local stories from across the East. Local food. Local fashion. Local businesses. This is your home for local. This is the East's Daily Download on Eastern North Carolina CW.
Hello and welcome to the East Daily Download. My name is Mark. I'll be your tour guide on this adventure across the East. Now today, we are in Studio E, the home base of the East Daily Download. It's inside the WNCT and Eastern North Carolina CW studios. Now, like many of you, we've chosen to stay home for a while. It just seems like a smart move for all of us, so we're doing our part to stay put. We're not going out on location right now until things kind of quiet down. And it's for the safe and the health and the well-being of all of our crew and our cast. So we hope you do the same as well. Okay, we are operating on a skeleton crew, but that doesn't mean we're not going to have a great show, because we are. We've got a lot of great stuff for you in store today. I quickly want to tell you about one way that you can watch this show. So WNCT.com is a great website. It has lots of local news, local stories. There's online originals section that you can watch digital content, but you also have First Alert Weather. Jerry Jackson, our chief meteorologist, his team populate that so you can get your forecast. It has everything you need to know locally about what's going on, and there's a tab called Download, and under that tab you can watch this or any episode of the East Daily Download going all the way back to when the show first started, back in August of 2019. And the reason I bring that up is because the rest of this week we're going to kind of take a look back at this show and kind of go down nostalgia lane. In the past, we've kind of talked about the different elements and the pieces on the set here and what they represent, but we thought we'd also showcase a little bit of kind of our funner, more wacky kind of side and some of our other stuff. Okay, all that being said, we're gonna look back, but before we look back, let's look forward to this week's Down East. Let's take a look.
Here in Eastern North Carolina, places like the Mellow Mushroom are getting creative with how you can experience their menus from home while keeping the entire family entertained.
Just come up with stuff to keep all of the people that would normally come in and eat with us engaged, and coming up with new ideas so that they can stay entertained while they're all at home.
Since you can't dine in at the Mellow Mushroom, their pizza kits are a fun and easy way to get kids involved with dinner time.
Now you can make pizza for the family and stuff, do a little dinner, surprise everyone, be like, I made this.
After going over a few things with Scott, Stella and Rex are pizza making pros. And it's like that with the at-home pizza kits as well. You have detailed instructions to help you make a Mellow Mushroom approved pie.
We've done as much as we can to kind of make it more fun for people that are having to stay at home, especially with their kids.
I like putting on the pepperonis and the sausage.
I like doing the dough. I like spreading out the dough.
It's time to check in back home, and I'm on Rex and Stella's favorite part of the process, stretching the pizza dough and adding all my favorite toppings.
Instead of being salt, that'll be cheese bay.
Now it's time to put the pizzas in the oven.
Slide it off.
Well, I hope it tastes good. No.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Yeah.
For the time being, you can only order takeout at the Mellow Mushroom, but all of your favorite creations can be ordered as pizza-to-go kits.
Yeah, that one is definitely. That one is definitely nice.
It was pretty good. Now we can make a pizza at home.
Yeah, it was fun.
And just like that, it's pizza time. Don't forget to tag the Mellow Mushroom in all of your at-home creations. Go to WNCT.com and click on the Download tab for more at-home kits the Mellow Mushroom's adding to the menu. With the East Daily Download, I'm Anissa Sakile.
Watch 9 on Your Side News anywhere, anytime with Live Stream 9.
This is Bernie Ritter. I'm the news director at WNCT in Greenville, North Carolina. We're here in our new WNCT digital studio. We want to be able to give you information, news and information now, not waiting for 5, 6. We'll have things like Delisa Robles, who does our Spanish speaking news segment, afternoon news updates, special reports, breaking news can come out of this room, because we're not like doing conventional broadcasts. This is where our news has been going for a long time, what we're calling WNCT Now.
Good morning, sunshine. Good morning, sunshine. Today could be your lucky day. Everything will go your way.
Hey, welcome back to the East Daily Download. Hope your day's off to a good start, and we are glad that you joined us today. Now, as I mentioned before, we're going to kind of do a nostalgia look back as we approach our 150th episode. One of the things that we did last fall was National Cat Day. We celebrated. Our producer Lauren brought in her two cats. It was Dickens and what was another one, John?
That'd be Otis.
Otis. Dickens and Otis. So they were on the set, and she left them with me one at a time to cat sit. It didn't necessarily go perfect. It worked, but you know, listen, it all worked out in the long run. That's what's important. John, do you remember anything from that experience?
I remember it got a little hairy. I wasn't sure if you were trying to make a pun saying perfect or not.
Like, perfect, got it. Well, anyway, we're just taking a look back at National Cat Day since it's one of the fun episodes that we did several months ago. Also, our Ashley, who's Let's Draw with Ashley, just recently lost her cat, Ace, of 19 years. So our condolences are out to Ashley for that because he was a great part of the family. Okay, so we still have a lot of show to get to today, so why don't we do that? We'll meet you back here in a little bit, and we'll go over another old memory from this great show that we call the East Daily Download. Stick around, we'll be right back.
This couple, like many other couples, has been planning their wedding day for months now. Because of this whole coronavirus pandemic, things have changed a bit. Some of their guests will be here, but others will be right here in cardboard. Dan Stuglick and Amy Simonson had about 160 of their closest friends and family on their wedding guest list. That was until the world entered a coronavirus pandemic and large gatherings like weddings are not permitted.
Just got more and more restrictive, then that was challenging.
We're on plan probably Q right now.
Plan Q includes having all of their guests, but with a little twist.
I didn't like the idea of Amy having to walk down an aisle with no one in the pews. That seemed like a very lonely walk. And so I wanted something that would represent the guests that could have been here.
So Stuglick went to Menasha Packaging in Coloma to see if they could make him some cardboard cutouts to fill the pews.
And I went to just try to buy a couple sheets of cardboard. And when I told them why I needed the cardboard, they got pretty excited about it. And they brought in a designer and engineer to make our guests for us.
It was awesome because they donated all of it, and it was just a very above and beyond thing because we imagined just an oval and a body, and then that would be good. And so then they said, hey, we made females and males and children and couples.
All of the family and friends that aren't able to be at the wedding can fill the pews in another way.
We know they're still with us in spirit, even if they can't be in the building to watch.
And in cardboard. Okay, here's my grandma and my aunt and my brother and his wife, and so got to kind of set people out so then on the day we can visualize kind of who would be where. And so that was really neat to be able to include them.
The couple's wedding is this Saturday, and they tell me they're not having a reception afterwards, but they're improvising a little bit, and they're just cooking up a home-cooked meal. In Dowagiac, I'm Bree Ice on WSBT 22 News.
So it's been about 3 weeks now since we transitioned from a in-the-office environment working on a regular basis with our members across the community to now working remotely from home. And our work hasn't changed per se, it just looks different. So we're trying to make sure that our members and our community at large has information, whether it's for yourself personally, for your children in the school system, or our business community. As quickly as information changes and comes available, we are really making sure that we update our website so that way the most up-to-date information is out there. So any way that we can help to connect people to resources and others that are available for assistance, however that looks, right? Assistance for some may be food and shelter, where others it is questions related to how to apply for a small business grant or a loan, calling, emailing, texting each and every one of our members across our platforms. And so we've really gotten a lot of great feedback. The biggest thing is we are a community of businesses, and that is what the Chamber really strives to support our local businesses that give back in so many ways to our community. It's the tax base that's here, it's the restaurants that feed us, it's the shops that we go and buy our clothing, the nonprofits that help to make this community what it is. And so we're really trying to make sure that we support all of those efforts across our community. If it's curbside pickup that you have available. We're promoting that to let people know, this restaurant has these options right now.
The East Daily Download is all about local businesses. If you're interested in having your local business showcased, contact Joel Bullard at 252-355-8520 or jbullard@WNCT.com. Watch 9 on Your Side News anywhere, anytime with Live Stream 9.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the East Daily Download, coming to you from Studio E at the Eastern North Carolina CW and WNCT studios. Hope your day's off to a great start so far. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. We hope you're safe and sound and taking care of yourself. Now, as I mentioned earlier, we're kind of taking a look back on the history of the show as we approach our 150th episode. We've been on since August of 2019. One of the episodes that we did last year was podcast episode, and at the end of it, because it was National Podcasting Day, Anissa and myself sat down and had a little podcast and did a little interview like we were doing a podcast. It was a lot of fun. A quick reminder also, you can get the WNCT mobile app. You can get it at the Google Play or the App Store. You download it, and not only do you get all of your local weather and local news, which is really important right now, more so than ever, you can get the WNCT news right there on that app. And there's another tab that you can watch the East Daily Download on the go wherever you are. So we invite you to do that. Okay, I'd like to invite you to stick around for this next story, and we'll be back in a little bit.
Have I mentioned we have Polly Perret? I haven't, right? We have Polly Perret.
Well, I retired. I told everyone, I'm like, I'm retired. I'm gonna sit on my couch with my dogs and drink beer for a while. And then I said, okay, I'll at least take meetings. So I'm like, okay, I can do that.
Nothing too ridiculous. It'll be the perfect amount of ridiculous.
These were my big star requests, ready? I wanted to be on a set that's pretty close to my house because I was driving very far. I wanted to wear comfortable shoes because I was not wearing comfortable shoes for years and years and years and years and years. And I didn't want to play a mother.
Sammy! Breakfast!
Which I have a beautiful, wonderful son in the show. That was my big thing.
Polly Perret, she's amazing. Fan favorite from NCIS. She happens to be an amazing human being, such a nice, kind-hearted individual, and extremely gifted when it comes to comedy, so we're very lucky to have her.
I don't want him thinking that life is about someone waiting on you hand and foot.
Iced macchiato.
Thank you, Luis.
I think that Polly is so much this character. I think Polly is a total professional.
This is the closest character to me that I've ever played. Not necessarily in attitude, but more in like the way she lives, what her standards are, and she's blue collar, and there's been a couple of single moms that are here like, oh, I swear that has happened in my house. It's great.
Let's try this.
Really? Everyone here is just wonderful. We have a first-rate crew, and everybody's so nice, and they're funny too. I'm not trading this for anything. This is like, I'm like, yeah.
Now on Your Side Morning Edition is here with all the news impacting you from across the East and around the world. Whether you start your morning at 4:30 or 6:30, start it off right with Not on Your Side Morning Edition. Watch on air, online, or on our mobile app weekdays from 4:30 to 7.
The East Daily Download is all about local businesses. If you're interested in having your local business showcased, contact Joel Bullard at 252-355-8520 or jbullard@WNCT.com.
Celebrity chef Vivian Howard is hoping her new show, Somewhere South, will bring people together during a time when we're asked to stay at home. The show has been in the works since last year, yet it's debuting during a time when we need it most.
Feeling of isolation has really impressed upon me the importance of relationships and kindness.
Throughout this 6-part series, Howard will take viewers on a culinary tour, tasting dishes that bring cultures together and creating new traditions here in the South. Howard says it's an interesting time for the show to premiere. She hopes this show will bring people joy and entertainment during this pandemic.
Food has become such a focus for us every day. You know, it's like the activity. Figuring out what we're going to eat, how we're going to get the ingredients, who's going to cook, who's going to clean up. And so I think this show is a great way to, look at the thing that's so important, food, in, you know, a different way.
Throughout the series, she takes a step back and becomes a student while she learns more about cross-cultural dishes. From hand pies to porridge, she hopes this show gives people a mental break from their worries. She says one thing that brings us all together is food.
You know, I think one of the things we've learned through the pandemic is that no matter how our life shifts, we still got to eat.
In Lenore County, Aaron Dean, 9 on your side.
In the winter's chill or summer's heat, a farmer works so the world can eat. Thank a farmer today. Send your thank you letters and videos to caring@WNCT.com.
Watch your local WNCT 9 on your side news on our live stream on WNCT.com or on our mobile app. The East Daily Download wants to hear from you. Send us your pictures and your viral videos, and don't forget to ask a question for Angie Quezada's Q&A with AQ. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Use the hashtag East Daily Download. What are online originals? Local stories, local documentaries, special features. Everything you need at your fingertips. WNCT.com online originals.
It's automatic when I talk with old friends, the conversation goes renewing.
Rolling Stone is bringing music to the masses during the COVID-19 pandemic with In My Room.
Let's get together and do it again.
The performance series was conceived as a way for artists to continue to play for audiences cut off from live music.
At this moment, it's not accessible in the same way. So we wanted to provide some much needed entertainment for people and give artists a platform to connect with our audience while they're at home experiencing kind of the same challenges and crisis that everyone is in.
It's just a shot away. It's just a shot away.
Music tends to be one of the most unifying elements of society that we have. It's a very powerful medium and carries a very powerful message. The inspiration for the name of this series came from a Beach Boys song, a beautiful song. So to launch it with Brian Wilson was very special. And when he performs Love and Mercy, I mean, almost moved me to tears watching it. It's got such a powerful message. It resonates so much in this moment.
Love and mercy, that's what you need tonight.
Streaming in Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
After your favorite CBS shows, watch your local 9 on your side news at 11 to wrap up your day and to prepare for tomorrow with your local news.
I'm Shayla Reeves. Thank you for joining us.
Drivers in the city of Washington have a reason to be excited.
Weather.
Later tonight, our winds will begin to switch around.
Education.
Chief Beasley says that this program helps give students a second chance.
City development.
The city is finally opening its first ever license plate servicing branch.
And more from across the East. Every day, WNCT 9 is on your side.
The truth about the coronavirus pandemic.
How do we put this in perspective? We need to be prepared and not panicked.
CBS News, the place for information, making sense of it all.
We've got a team of correspondents covering all of this.
Joining us now is the Surgeon General, Dr. Jerome Adams.
Here are the facts as we know them right now.
We're talking about logical steps.
We'll have the latest information about what you need to know to protect yourself and your family.
Coronavirus, the race to respond. Continuing coverage on CBS and the free CBS News app.
Watch 9 on your side news anywhere, anytime with Live Stream 9. The East Daily Download wants to hear from you. Send us your pictures and your viral videos, and don't forget to ask a question for Angie Quezada's Q&A with AQ. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Use the hashtag East Daily Download.
Well, that's going to do it for this episode of the East Daily Download. Thank you so much for joining us. We really do appreciate it, as always. And hey, don't forget you can check out this or past episodes at WNCT.com under the Download tab. Also, the WNCT mobile app. We have a link there to watch this or any episode as well. Now, as we're kind of going the nostalgia route as we approach our 150th episode, I wanted to bring up this one, which was our on location for National Donut Day. And we went to the now defunct Buzz Coffee in Greenville. It was a great establishment, wonderful people. We really do miss them. You remember that, John?
Yeah, that was actually our first trial run doing these on-location shoots. So it was nice. Like, it was the first there. It's just, I want to miss that place. God, those donuts were so good.
They were good donuts, good coffee. Everything was good. Really great people there. As I was about to test the donut, John swooped in with his hand and took it and ate it before I could sample it, but hey, whatever. That's in the past. That's all good. So anyway, tomorrow we'll be back with more looks back at past episodes as well as current stuff. So it's a little bit of both. So be safe out there. Have yourself a great day. We'll see you soon on the East Daily Download. Thanks, everybody.
When we hit the road for the next edition of the East Daily Download, it's Wednesday, so we've got a new edition of Q&A with AQ. We'll have this week's farm report. We'll take a look at a live stream wedding ceremony.
We got our marriage license one day before they stopped issuing them, and then she picked up her dress 6 hours before they closed down that whole county.
And we'll check in with meteorologist Jerry Jackson for this week's Weather Kids. We'll see you on the next edition of the East Daily Download on Eastern North Carolina CW.